Finally, we've got a DC action figure on the channel. We're looking at Mafex Hush Batman on the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? The way I got it figured. Back with another review. This time, we're looking at our first Mafex figure. We're looking at Batman, the blue version from Hush. So I picked this figure up on Amazon.com. I don't have a lot of DC content on the channel, some HeroClix stuff here and there, but I do love DC comics as well as Marvel, as well as the other things that I tend to look at on the channel. But I don't buy McFarlane figures. The primary reason is because they're 7-inch scale. With my superheroes, I kind of want them all to be in one scale, so I prefer to have a 6-inch, DC line, which we currently don't have. The Mattel DC line is kind of, in a sense, obsolete. Figures have kind of moved on, gotten better technology, so they won't really kind of do the job either. So I decided that if I was going to have Batman, then I was going to want one that was going to meet all the criteria kind of that I want in an action figure. And the Jim Lee rendition kind of version of Batman from Hush, figures have been reissued and everything like that. So I decided to pick one up and start the DC kind of train with Batman. So he is the only figure I have right now, but I do intend to get Hush Superman, who on the secondary market is even more expensive than Batman, and then I'll probably get the black version of Batman, the black and gray version, probably toward the end of the year. I can't say I'm going to get a whole bunch of these. Nightwing, maybe. Of course, it's limited to the storyline of who was in Hush and everything like that. But Superman and Batman are the top tier of superheroes, the two of the first, and they do obviously hold just as special a place in my heart as some of the other heroes. But for now, we're going to concentrate on Batman here, and as always, we're going to go over the packaging. We're going to get him out, pose him around, mess around with his accessories. He comes with quite a few. I expect this to take quite a few minutes, so rambling on about Batman, where he's entering in the collection and everything was necessary, but we got to get on to it. So, starting with the packaging, as we always do, got some nice premium packaging here. Batman Hush from the storyline, written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Jim Lee. Of course, I have this entire storyline in floppy format because I bought them as they came out. And you got a nice little product shot of Batman here. Got your Mafex Medicom toy stuff. Current DC logo, I guess. You can see Batman in package. You can see his batarangs there. Got your alternate heads and some of the hands that he comes with. There's a bunch of stuff in the back in there. We're going to get to that. Of course, on the top of the package, another cool product shot of angry, armed Batman. Another really cool product shot on the side. The pose I can almost see myself keeping him in. And some nice product shots on the back. Batman doing kicking action. Kind of walking dramatically as he does. Some of the options for the accessories and the alternate portraits. Of course, the default portrait. And yeah, this is kind of what you want. Another cool product shot of Batman from Hush. And you got your little QR code on there. You got your hologram showing that I guess that it's a authentic Mafex figure. And that is the entire shebang in the package. Alright, let's get Batman out and see what we can see. Okay, so we got Batman out of the package. We're going to use the tray to go over his accessories because it's quite a lot. But as you can see, Batman looks great, stands on his own, doesn't really need a lot of assistance. Getting his stuff out of the tray definitely made a little bit of a mess. Alright, so as I said, Batman stands on his own. Looks awesome doing that. The detail standpoint, he looks great. Got your nice base stern-faced Batman Jim Lee portrait. Got a nice wash on him. Of course, we're going to have to go over his many points of articulation. But just to look at him, he looks awesome. I don't know how you can, I certainly don't. I just bought him, right? But I don't know how you can collect, superheroes and not have Batman or Superman in your collection. They're pretty much, staples. Two of the earliest action figures I ever had were Mego Batman and Mego Superman. So they go all the way back to when I was, a very little kid, 3 years old or something like that. And yeah, Batman looks awesome. Looks great. Cape looks cool. I have watched a few reviews on it, and I know some people have some issues with how the cape sits here and there. So far, though, I'm not really having that issue. Obviously it's a lot of cape. It's a really, really, really big cape. But hey, when it comes to Batman, more cape is better than, too much cape is better than not enough cape. And yeah, I'm already, already just geeking out over this figure, and I haven't even started posing him yet. So with that, we're gonna go right into articulation. So you got your full T-pose with ample butterfly joints. Front and back, of course. You can actually go about that high. You got bicep swivel, 90-degree elbow, wrist swivel. Hands are on a ball joint, so of course they articulate in and out as well. Head looks up pretty high, looks down really low. Got a kind of a two-stage ab crunch. Crunch is very good. Drop down legs, I guess, for the hand, kick pose. Kicks out to about there. Kicks back to about there. Obviously, he's got the toes. Ankles. Ankles are on like another ball joint so they can move in and out. Knee bend is generous. Kicks out to about there. Up to about there. Nice detail on the boots. They're like the Gore-Tex type boots, which Jim Lee did draw into the comic book. So this is all panel accurate to the character in the book. Obviously, you can play all sorts of games with the cape. Very cool. Very cool. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. So, in summation, his articulation is top notch. What you would expect for paying for a Mafex figure. Balance is uncanny because you can just kind of stand them. It's extremely well balanced, as you can see. he's so well posed that putting him back in a base position is like actually like a chore. But the figure is very forgiving. It allows you to stand him even if he's sort of precariously standing. So moving on to his accessories. Of course, the first thing would probably be probably gonna have to remove them because they're gonna fly out of the tray. If you try and pull a hand, it's gonna make the other ones just pop out. He has 6 sets of hands. You've got your Bruce Wayne portrait along with neck. You got your batarangs. There are 3 of them. One of them is still in the tray. They're sort of taped in. Tape this one on just so we can keep track of them. I misspoke. There are 4 batarangs. And of course, you have your alternate angry portrait. So first thing we'll do is take the fists, one of the fists, and then we're going to replace that hand on Batman's wrist. Actually, I think this hand probably is more appropriate to hold the cape. Another gesturing hand could be sort of holding it on his belt, like that. These, I assume, are the batarang wielding hands. Got kind of a finger grip here. Goes right in. And weirdly enough, I guess, just in case you lose them, you got an extra set of fists. And then, of course, finally, but last but not least, we have his grapple gun. There's a tiny receptacle in there, but it sort of slots right in. Of course, you can have him shooting it up in the air like that. So yeah, this is great. I mean, this is great. I am thoroughly impressed so far, and all I'm doing is messing around with it on the video. I haven't since I decided to unbox them on the video. I haven't played around with this figure or anything, and I mean I'm impressed. Everything works correctly. Doesn't seem like he's gonna break or anything. So first thing we'll do, of course, is change out his head. Use the angry Batman. Trying to pull his neck off to Put the Bruce Wayne head on him, and his neck doesn't want to come off, and I do not want to break it. So, fact of the matter is, I'm never going to use that Bruce Wayne head anyway. But it's probably a little bit disappointing that I can't get it off. But it's not disappointing. I'm being a wuss, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. But yeah, this guy. I mean, it's if you want a Batman figure, this one or the black version. This is there. Get one. There you go. The Batman. Batarang. Punch. Martial arts kick. Yeah, that's gonna require the stand, but just him doing it, he looks good doing it. Let's get in a fight with somebody. If you can imagine it, you can pretty much do it with this figure in terms of posing. I don't want to say they give you too much to work with, but they give you a whole lot to work with. So you're not gonna be at a loss for things to do with this Batman, which is what you want, right? So so far I'd say I got everything I bargained for plus. So what I want to do next is compare him for scale with some other 6-inch 112 scale figures. So first we'll bring in Marvel Legends Captain America and Batman and Captain America are both 6'2", so the Marvel Legends one seems to stand just a little bit taller. He definitely works. Ryu and Ken, who are shorter than Batman, so that makes sense too. 6-inch Robin figure. Now this is from the last of the Mattel stuff before the license changed over to Spin Masters and McFarlane. This is actually a Mattel Robin, and he's about right. So as you can see, Batman scales very well with other 6-inch figures. Can't wait to get Superman. See how he stacks up as well. So I think we've done all we can do for now. So we're gonna move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Medicom toy Mafex Batman from Hush. Yeah, I don't know. This might be the best thing I've ever reviewed on the channel. Uh, Yeah, he's I can't give him an 11, but he's definitely the tippy top of 10. Like this is everything you want in an action figure, to say nothing of it being a Batman action figure. It's a 10. He's Batman. This is the Batman for your collection. If you're an action figure collector, if you like posing them, collecting them, standing them on your shelf, whatever. I just don't know what you would do. That's not even more expensive than this. That would be like better than this. This is the rare purchase that you make that it's like everything that you hope it's gonna be, and then some. You might have to pay a little bit more for Superman, pay a little bit more for the black and gray version, but I assure you, just after handling this one for the short time that I've handled it, I will absolutely be doing that. Yeah, it's a 10 from me. 10 plus plus plus. So we're gonna have to get Superman for sure. So if this is your first video to the channel, this is like probably the 1077th video on Mafex Batman. But this is my first time handling this figure, and I'm so glad I got it. It's great. Stick around. Definitely will be more of it. Until the next video, everybody stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.